What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, it's Sunday again, and it's a beautiful day. Daylight savings. That means it's gonna get dark later. Yeah. Yeah, that's good, man. Yeah, yeah. So, what's everybody up to? I hope everybody's up moving and not sleeping, because it's 8:21 a.m. Eastern time over here in the sunshine state of Florida. So I know on the West Coast might be it's a little early over there, so folks are probably still sleeping. But who cares if it's a little early? Or if it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, get up and do some movement. You know, I just got done with a 3.5 mile walk. Yeah, just because you off doesn't mean that you could be a couch potato. Especially if you are not happy at the way you look when you go in that mirror. When you look in that mirror, you're like, man, I got man boobs. Man, I look pregnant. Man, I can barely tie my shoes. Yeah. But if you're happy at the way you look, and today is your rest day, hey, teach his own, man. I don't got nothing to say. But if you're not happy at the way you look, get up and do something. Start. Don't say, you know what? It's the 9th day of the month. So in order for me to start, I'm going to have to start next month. That way I can start on the 1st. Who cares what day of the week it is? Who cares what day of the month it is? Go ahead and start. Yes. You know what? That's good. The word for today is start. Yes. Start. You got to start somewhere. And if you don't start, how you expect to see any gains, any results, anything you want to do? Like I said, regardless if it's fitness, whether if it's start your business, whether if it's get that education so you can get that job that you want, or you got to do any kind of research on, maybe it's maybe you want to build a shed or something. You want to do some type of building. You want to do some type of project at your house, or you want to do a project on your vehicle. But you have to start somewhere. You got to start your research. And when you start it, don't stop until you're done. Same thing with the fitness journey. A lot of folks like to start. 3 months down the line, they give up because maybe they don't see the results that they want to see, or the weight's not shedding off as fast as they want. But like I said, you got to do your research. If you want that weight to shed off fast, do your research. Like I said, YouTube. Look up the fastest way to shed pounds. You know, Google it. You got iPhone, ask Siri. There's so much information. Go to the library. There's books on fitness, money. I mean, there's all kind of information out here for you to leverage and get ahead at whatever you want to do. And like I said, it's a skill, it's a trade, whatever. You have to start somewhere. My thing is, right now, there's 2 things I'm focusing on. 1, fitness, getting back into shape like how I was back in 2019. See, I had a purpose back then. I had a goal. And since I didn't achieve that goal, I gave up on fitness. I gave up on, looking good. When I take off my shirt, I'm like, yes, I'm good. I'm feeling good. I gave up because my goal fell through. And that's the worst thing you can ever do. Just because your goal fell through, just to go ahead and give up. And see, I should never gave up. I should have took that as a learning lesson and learned from it and kept going for it. Again, keep on going until I achieve my goal, the ideal job that I wanted to get into. I gave up because I didn't exceed. I didn't achieve. I failed. So That's why I mess up. That's number one. And number two is get more facts and learn more research on the side hustle I want to start. I've always been into, love. I got a love for cars. I love cars. If I could have right now 4 different vehicles, I mean nice high-end vehicles, I would. But I'm gonna get there. But I've always had a love for vehicles. When I was growing up as a teenager, I'm talking about 12, 13 years old, man, when I used to wash the heck out of my mom's car, my grandmother's car. And then I got to the point where I washed my homeboy's car, my neighbor's car. And I mean, we talking about wax, we're talking about shampoo and everything. And at once upon a time, a short time, in my early 20s, I ended up working with my mom's friend that started a mobile detailing business. He needed some help, and he hired me, and he had a friend of his. So we would go around detailing these high-end cars. We're talking about in my 20s. I mean, high-end cars. We're talking about Porsches, Bentleys, Escalades. I mean, high-end vehicles. And like I said, we wash, wax, and like as thinking about that and learning, it's like, man, a lot of people think about, man, detailing, it's labor. Yeah, it's labor intense, but if you can get you a good set of what I call maintenance washers, maintenance clients, I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying, you good, because those cars are not going to be as dirty as if you were just to get just random customers week by week, day by day, you know what I'm saying, that don't wash their cars or get their cars detailed on a weekly basis or maybe a monthly basis. You can get those handful of clients to get maintenance washers where you maintain their vehicle. It's just like your yard. When you hire your yard man, you hire him or her to keep your yard up. In the summer, they come every week because, especially down here in Florida, the grass grows like crazy because it's raining. In the winter, they might do maybe twice a month or maybe once a month. But one thing about detailing is like detailing can be a year-round thing, even in the winter down here in Florida. Yeah, it gets a little chilly or whatnot, but still, you still can get out there and wash the car because, like I said, in Orlando, it don't snow. Might get down to 40, 39, 38, but you still can, do maintenance washes and stuff like that. So, and like I said, I thought about it, and what made me really think about it and want to start it is I was listening to a podcast, and the young man had said that he said everybody has a gift that God gave them, and he say, you got that gift, maybe turn that gift into a side hustle, maybe start a business or whatnot. And he say he's had people tell him, like, I don't have a gift. I mean, I ain't went to college. I wasn't college bound. I ain't go to the military. But he tell folks, well, look here. Think about when you were growing up. What were you passionate about? What were you so passionate about? Whether if it's you like to read books, you like to write a lot, whatever. Maybe you went around the neighborhood and cut your neighbor's grass. But he said you take that passion that you were that you was passionate about when you was a kid and turn it into a side hustle, and then eventually might can turn into a full-time business where you can leave your 9 to 5. And then you create that business, you grow that business, and maybe you can pass that business down to your kids and then their kids. So I got to thinking about, like, man, all right, let me sit down, let me think about what was I very passionate about. Yeah, when I was growing up, I used to cut grass. I used to cut my grass and 2 of my neighbors' grass. But what was I very passionate about? The love of cars. I used to wash the heck out of a lot of cars. All my mom's friends' cars, as they would come over on the weekend, I would wash their cars. They would pay me 10, 20 bucks. I kept my grandmother's car, clean weekly. She would pay me money. My mom would pay me money. I had some of the neighbors that I washed their cars. They paid me money. My best friends, I washed their parents' cars. They paid me money. And I did that for many years as I was growing up. And then once I graduated and got out of school, and that's when I got in the real world. Got a job, started working. I was still doing it, but I wasn't doing it as strong as I was when I was a teenager. Because I'm out here, I got real bills. I'm working. I gotta work. I didn't go to college. I didn't go to the military. So now I gotta work. So I got so busy and caught up into working, running behind women and stuff that it's like the interest went a little down. And then my mom's friend, before he passed away, he told me, he said, "Hey, man, I see you love washing cars. You do a great job. You ever thought about starting your own business?" I'm like, that fear. That's that fear. That fear of failure. That's that fear that's in your mind. You're already psyching yourself out before you even start, before you even think about doing it. And I'm like, nah. He's like, if you want, I'll help you. I'll help you get a van. I'll help you get the equipment. I'll help you. Yeah, think about it. Kept asking me, like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna just work and just live life. I want to say that probably was about, I want to say 6 to 8 years ago. He had asked me about this, and it's like, I think about it. Where could I have been if I would have started that? It might have took off with a point where I didn't have to work a 9 to 5. I can just do that, make enough money doing that, and grow it. But I gave up before I even started. So I failed before I even started. And that's the bad thing you do not want to do. Especially when you have the resources. Hey, I'll help you start. That's like having an investor. He was the investor. He was going to help me invest into my own business, help me grow it and scale it. But I got scared. I tensed up. That's what a lot of people do these days. A lot of people these days, they might not have the money, they might not have the capital, and they find investors to invest into their business. And they grow it and they pay them their percent. That's how a lot of people get rich. So, I'm telling you folks, if you have a goal, get to it. If you got an investor, someone that's willing to invest into your startup business that you want to start, sit down, talk about the ins, the out, the costs. Get you a lawyer. Get that paperwork notarized, saying, okay, you're my investor. You're going to give me X amount of dollars to start this business, and my agreement with you is I'm going to give you X amount of dollars weekly, monthly, until it's all paid for. Like I said, the word for today is start. Start something. Business. Start on yourself. Just start somewhere. Stop giving up before you even start. Stop just thinking negative before you even start. You gotta start somewhere. We don't know where we would be in life if we don't start. You can psych yourself out. Man, that's gonna be hard. Yeah, you know what's hard? What? not starting. Not starting and see where you would be. That's what's hard. That's the heartbreaking thing for me. I'm like, man, where would I have been now? Yeah, I might say for instance I started and I failed. Okay. But being that I started and failed, now I know the ins and outs. Now I do keep on doing research how to scale. Now I might have failed. Okay, I might have lost all my clients, but okay, I still got the equipment. Okay, now boom, I do YouTube. I'm on YouTube. I'm doing all kind of researches. You know, and I'm like, oh man, okay, I already got the van. Okay, this is where I fail. All right, boom, let's start it back up. Go from there. So, folks, please remember, a word for the day. It's March 9th, 2025. It's 8:36 a.m. Eastern Time. The word for the day is start. Start something. Start. Whether if it's studying for your CDL to get that job. To start studying to get endorsements. Whatever it is that you dream on doing, start it. If you don't have the money yet, start by putting little by little to the side. Little by little to the side. And once you get to that goal where you can buy little by little, that's what you do. Well, if it's start with, let me get my LLC. Let me register my business name. Okay, now I need this. Now I need that. Start somewhere. Like I said, the worst thing happen is you fail. You ain't losing nothing. You're just going to gain more. And as you fail, you learn from your failure. I'm not saying go out there and wake up today and say tomorrow, I quit my job. No, I'm not saying that. Whatever you want to start, keep your job. If it's a business, keep your job. Do it on the side. And see how it scale, how it work out. You never know. You might take off your first 6 months to a year. You might take off like crazy. Or you be like, you know what? I want to do both. I want to work and I want to do my side gig. I want to do both as long as I can, as long as I can tolerate it. And then as I'm doing it, I'm stacking my money. I'm investing. And now I've got enough money invested. I got enough money saved. I got rid of all my debt. Now, you know what? I can leave my 9 to 5 and just focus on my business. That's it. Focus on growing it. Not going to be easy. You're going to have them rough patches, them tough times. But if you plan, right, that business plan, if you plan right, you will succeed. There's so many people out here that are succeeding. There's, I want to say 1,700 new millionaires. Monthly or daily or something like that. That's where I want to be, man. I want to be a millionaire. I know a lot of people are like, man, that's not how you talk, but that's not realistic. But you know what? The power of the tongue is very powerful. So if you feel that you can't become a millionaire, or you feel like you can't save $500,000 or 1.2 million, whatever, hey, well then that's what's gonna happen. And some people, like I said, some people don't want to be a millionaire. Some people say, man, as long as I live comfortable for me is to have all my cars paid for, all my house paid for, and still be able to pay, the property tax and insurance on my vehicle and just regular, household bills, and still live life. A lot of people say that they fine with that, and there's nothing wrong with that. So whatever your goals is, go ahead and start them. Sit down, write them out, plan your future. Start somewhere. All right? Like, subscribe, let me grow my channel. Let's go, folks. Hey, you got remember, start somewhere. Stay positive. It's not gonna be easy. Stay positive. And you keep those naysayers out your life. Those negative folk, whether if it's your family, friends, Get rid of them. I'm out. Peace.